Hi Capricorn, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this popped up in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this message is definitely for you. And this can be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, wherever you have Capricorn in your chart. So be sure and like the video for me, hit that thumbs up, and definitely subscribe if you like the messages. All of your interactions really do help to grow my channel. So thank you so very much for doing that. But they also push the messages out into the algorithm so that others can get the guidance and message that they need as well. So I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, we had the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is about things starting to turn in your favor, right? So, you know, our lives go in cycles and this wheel is constantly turning. We're constantly moving into new cycles, learning lessons and taking those with us. So I feel like this is you moving into a new cycle and things starting to turn out in your favor here, right? Because this is a card of divine timing. I feel like things are turning behind the scenes for you so that you can align with a new cycle. Even if you're not seeing these things, these changes right now, because the Wheel of Fortune can be very much about, things behind the scenes that Spirit is working out in your favor and you may not see anything yet, right? But needing to trust in that. So the situation is the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is about moving on and moving to calmer waters, right? So the water here is choppy on this side of the card, and then over here it's very smooth. So it's, moving into more of peace and more calm. And this can even just be mentally, because this is a sword, which is air energy, which is our thoughts. So you could be moving to more of like a mental place of calm and peace. You could also be traveling. But it's definitely like needing to kind of move on and embark on some kind of healing, or just, accepting a lesson for what it is. The blockage here is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is traditions, belief systems, right? This is, corporate America, or, religion, organized religion, those types of things. With this in the blockage, I feel like this is about like beliefs, like refusing to believe something or refusing to, kind of accept something for what it is. With the Six of Swords, it's about moving on, but I feel like you're refusing to kind of acknowledge this lesson and move on from it, which could be, the Wheel of Fortune, the divine timing here. It's time to move on so that you can move forward and move into this new cycle. And maybe there's just like this need to kind of change your belief system about it, or, have a more open mind about opposing viewpoints, or really kind of, not letting these roadblocks stop you from moving forward. The root cause of this is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is about things that are hidden, or, like secrets. It's also about like communication, but it's about trusting your intuition and your connection to spirit. So maybe you've been feeling disconnected from your intuition and you're looking for answers outside of yourself, right? Relying too heavily on the guidance of others, or allowing yourself to be influenced by things, especially beliefs, right? And then these beliefs can be things that were instilled in you in childhood, right? Like money doesn't grow on trees, or, you could never make a living off of YouTube, right? Like whatever those beliefs are, I feel like, you're needing to trust your intuition in order to move forward. But I feel like you're just feeling very disconnected and you can't move on from something here. So in the recent past, what is currently affecting the situation is the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is hard work, right? Like really focusing on your skill set and putting in a lot of hard work and being productive. Knowing that your skills are worth developing. I just feel like maybe you have been burnt out, or you're uneasy about like maybe a career path or a certain situation, and you feel like you've been working really hard and nothing has come out of it, right? And really needing to be honest with yourself on how to move forward, or accepting this lesson of moving forward, right? So like if this is a job, maybe you've put in a lot of work at this place and it's hard for you to kind of accept that things are not going to work out the way that you want them to. If this is a relationship, same circumstance, right? Like you've put in all this hard work and now things just aren't coming together, and it has you feeling very defeated or burnt out, but you're not moving on because of your beliefs. So again, like maybe you were always told as a kid that you had to work a 9 to 5 at the same company for 30 years so that you could retire and have benefits and, the retirement and everything. And, that was a great plan years ago, but now companies don't care about you. They'll fire you in a heartbeat, right? This is needing to change those beliefs, those rigid beliefs, and then trusting your intuition in order to move forward out of this situation. And this could be a relationship, right? Like maybe it's your belief that you've put in all this hard work and now like, I just have to stay, right? Like we've put in all this hard work. We've been together 10 years and I have to stay, right? That's not the case. If it's not working, it's not working. People are meant to come into your life to teach you lessons or to be there for a certain amount of time, right? I think it's very rare where you meet a high school sweetheart and you stay together your entire lives. Yes, that's amazing, but I don't feel like every person is meant to do that, right? We're all in different paths. So I think maybe just changing the way you see things or changing your beliefs around whatever situation you're needing to move on from, and then accepting the truth of that. So the message from your higher self or your spirit guides, we have the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands is about forward progress. This is movement, quick action. It can also be like, in the reverse, it can be about patience, but I feel like, yes, you need to have patience with yourself and with others, but also this is about like moving forward and kind of pushing forward for a particular outcome, right? And ride that wave of excitement, because like this is about things moving forward in a progression and like ease and flow, right? So I feel like this is them kind of telling you that there needs to be some sort of movement or action, or that's coming in, right? Maybe you're changing your beliefs around this and leaving this belief system behind in order to kind of move forward. But Spirit is telling you that it's time to take some kind of action and move things forward here. There's time for progress. It is time for progress, right? We're moving into a new cycle of forward movement. You can't stay stuck in this belief system. So in the immediate future here, we have the Ace of Cups. The aces are gifts from the divine. So this is Spirit handing you this new emotional beginning, and you need to take this opportunity if you want to, have changes or you want to move into a new cycle. So this can be new love. This can be a new job. It's something that is very heartfelt, something that is very, your cup is going to be overflowing here, right? Like this cup is overflowing. So this can be even self-love or like opening up more to your intuition, maybe pouring into yourself and taking care of yourself rather than, this burnout or overworking, especially if you feel like you weren't valued or you were putting in all this work and now nothing is coming of this. Maybe now you're pouring into yourself, right? There's this new opportunity that is going to like make you emotionally very happy. So in your thoughts and feelings, we have this 7 of Pentacles. This is exactly what I've been saying. So the 7 of Pentacles is about growth and patience and putting in that work and watching everything come to fruition, right? So like he's planted a seed and now he's watching everything grow. And it's not quite time to harvest yet, but like he's tending to the soil, he's pruning the bushes, he's watering the plants, clearing out the weeds, doing all the work that he needs to do in order to bring everything to fruition. So with this in your thoughts and feelings, it can be about you wondering, is it worth all of this hard work? Is it worth pouring all of this energy into? Am I ever going to see the fruits of my labor, right? So you could really be questioning a situation or, multiple situations. It's going to depend on your, your life is different than everybody else's. This is a general reading, but really looking at things and wondering and using your discernment, what is worth your energy here, right? Because we don't want to get back to this burnout. We really want to use our discernment on what is worth pouring into and what is going to pay off at the end, right? So in your environment, the influence here is the 9 of Wands. The Nine of Wands is like learning a lot of lessons, right? Like this person has been through a lot and he's kind of had to rely on himself, right? They call it the wounded warrior because he has a bandage on his head. So I feel like you've been learning a lot of lessons and going through a lot and needing to really persist and rely on yourself. But it's also the nine card. So you're almost at the end of this, right? These obstacles and challenges are, they're going to come to an end. Like you're almost at the end of this. The end is in sight. Don't give up now, right? Because you do have the strength to overcome these challenges, and you're incredibly resilient, right? So in your hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, again, about emotions. This is about like your intuition or just like those really deep emotions. So maybe you're really hoping for some kind of emotional connection here, right? That can be in love. This can be, deepening your spiritual practice. This can just really be nurturing yourself and being able to really have that self-love. So maybe you're really hoping to kind of pour into yourself here or just feel more emotionally satisfied and embodying the self-love practices that everybody tells you, right? Like meditate and go for a walk in nature, take a bubble bath, get a pedicure, whatever it is. I just feel like you're really hoping for emotional fulfillment and emotional satisfaction. So the potential outcome here is the strength card. And I love that. So the strength is about, it's not just physical strength, right? This is like emotional, spiritual, mental strength, right? Overcoming obstacles because you have the endurance and the confidence to do so. Like really tapping into your inner strength and your inner confidence to push through and overcome any obstacles that you've been dealing with. You can, this can also be about like facing your fears rather than pushing them down. um what do they say, like courage isn't the absence of fear, it's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So just because you're afraid to move into a new cycle, or you're not really understanding what this ending needs, like this moving on, right? Like this is you kind of facing that and doing it anyway, having the confidence to move forward and overcome these obstacles. So I really love that. I think that's really amazing, especially when you have a certain belief system and now you're kind of overcoming that. But I really feel like there's a new opportunity for emotional fulfillment in whatever area of life that it is that you've been calling in for you. I just feel like maybe you're not seeing it right now, so you're not believing in it and you're not feeling very connected, right? Like maybe you've been manifesting this and you're not seeing anything come to fruition. So now you're really questioning everything, right? And again, with that Wheel of Fortune, it's because things are happening behind the scenes. But just know that things are coming together for you and then finding that inner strength to overcome. So you should be getting some kind of emotional new beginning soon. Just make sure that you're open to those opportunities and that you're looking for them, right? But I really love this for you. I think this is an amazing message. Just know that things are working out for you. And I hope that I have helped you with this message. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.